Okay, here we go, everybody. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Thursday, August 21st, 2025, post-market wrap-up. We're going to talk, people. When you hear what's happening, you're going to understand that things are so much worse than we even realize. Look, the United States of America is following the same pattern as every other failed empire going back as far as you want to go. With regard to the monetary system, what is going on here? It's very simple. Again, a very specific pattern. Just check the facts and see if I'm lying to you. Number one, currency devaluation. Number two, artificially suppressed rates. Number three, vastly inflating the debt. Same pattern every time, and it's just over. So we are, in fact, a failed state. The United States economy is in collapse. The other big part of this is propaganda. Propaganda flooding the airwaves. Today is a clear example of that across the board, and we're going to cover that. So with regard to the market, apparently we got a trade deal on paper now with the European Union. Just in case you were wondering, you remember that $600 billion investment the EU was going to make in the United States? It's not there. In fact, zero. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Again, they float out this nonsense, this garbage to just get people, like, I guess, excited. Then when it comes down to getting it on paper, it's not even there anymore. The EU had said right after it was announced by the President of the United States that this is what is going to happen. Well, the EU said, well, hold on a second here. These were just pledges. Nothing has been written. And in fact, with the deal that we just got, which is no deal at all, none of it's in there. But again, where's the accountability? You know why our politicians can lie to us? Because we don't hold anyone to account at all anymore. With regard to the data, the propaganda, the fakery, that is about to get much, much worse. And we're going to cover what just happened as well. It's pretty much, well, look, man, it follows the exact pattern that you and I have outlined. Go back as far as you want to go. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. And just remember this, the faster they can push the U.S. economy right through the crust of the earth, the potentially higher the stock market can possibly go, especially now with President Trump's $100 million bet with regard to the debt market that yields are going to drop. Again, it's the biggest conflict of interest in the history of the world. It really should be illegal, but it's not. Politicians can do this legally. We pay for it. Again, how does a weaker currency help you? Our price is not high enough already. Okay, doesn't help you. We can establish that. How do lower rates help you? You think it's going to help you borrow so you can, let's see, borrow devalued dollars moving forward and pay back with more devalued dollars moving forward here? The U.S. consumer is done. The bellwether, Walmart, just had an earnings miss. Pretty rare occasion here. Why? Because the consumer's done. What do we just find out today? Consumer credit, consumer defaults skyrocketing. With regard to the labor market, the worst report we've had in months. But our economy is doing great. You know it is because the PMI, the Purchasing Managers Index here, which is just a survey. Oh, the news is great. Wait till we get to that too. You're not going to believe it. So again, the pattern here of the United States, we are collapsing. The economy is dead. It's buried. The currency is being systematically wiped out. Artificially suppressed rates. With the Treasury now buying back its own debt, you can't make that up here. It's a failed state. No deals, bad deals. You can't make this stuff up. A trained donkey could be a better president than the one we have right now. This is a thing. It's not even human. He's made his deals with the devil. You all know that. Possibly the Antichrist. I don't know, but he's playing the game. So let's talk. Again, as I said, despite the fact that we got the so-called great economic news, we got this deal with the EU. The market finished low because the market knows it's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a scam. It's a con job on a massive scale. Okay, that's that whole thing right there. Cryptocurrency is under pressure. Gold and silver didn't do too much today. Neither did crude oil. The dollar, a little bit of a knee jerk into the dollar on fear. And again, with regard to the 10-year, the little bump higher. So let's start going over some of the news that we got today. Jobless claims jumped to a 2-month high. This is in your inbox again. Even if you subscribe to the free part of Substack, this is in your inbox here. Speaking of that, if you subscribe to the Freedom Platform, I just started a whole series for you. This is just part 1 of the coming debt lockup. Everything you need to know is right here. I spelled it out for you. This is a part of a multiple part series you're going to get in your inbox every morning with your morning video if you subscribe to the Freedom Platform. If you haven't yet, link in the description of this video. Let's go back to this. So, economy, jobless claims jumped more than expected. No one saw this one coming, huh? And here is what's next. This is Market Watch. This is not me. I'll tell you when I put my 2 cents in here. So Market Watch, initial jobless claims rose by 11,000 to 235,000. That's the highest figure since June and more than analysts expected. No one saw this one coming. These analysts, I want to talk to them. They don't exist. Continuing claims climbed 30,000 to 1.972 million, the highest level since November 2021. Me. Lions, even with this faked to the upside data, which of course no one expected as usual, this newest jobs report is abysmal, however you want to look at it. What to expect moving forward? Continued and worsening weakness in the economy is going to become more apparent in the coming months. For the propaganda ministry, it's going to get increasingly difficult for them to cover it up. Now with that, the fix is simple, but it will not happen. We need to return purchasing power to the currency. How many of you think I got that one wrong? Okay, President Trump is right. Who's correct here? President Trump, who wants to take more of your purchasing power away because your cost of living isn't high enough? Or Greg Mannarino, who says return purchasing power to the currency. This way you could go out and start to consume and our factories would wake up. Oh, wait a minute. According to the PMI, our factories are waking up. Wait till we get to that piece of propaganda in just a moment. It will not happen. We need to return purchasing power to the currency on an emergency basis. Because again, we got to rebuild the economy from the inside. This whole piece of propaganda that many of you were sold, if we lower rates and we weaken the dollar even more, the world's going to cheer for our products. They're all going to run out and buy American products. You know, this is a lie. You will lie to. Once you would understand that and you admit to it, you'll free yourself. Until that time, you're going to be locked in a state of delusion. Realize that the con man of all time, the con man of all time is now the president of the United States. It's an incredible thing to see, but what else did you expect in dystopia land? Anyway, on an emergency basis, we need to return purchasing power to the currency. But what we will get instead is further currency purchasing power losses. You're going to love that, as you got to work harder to earn every dollar, which is getting weaker moving forward. How do you like that? More artificial rate suppression here, which fosters the greatest wealth transfer the world has ever seen. The Federal Reserve gets stronger because how does the Fed lower rates? Has to create digits on a screen in vast amounts and buy more debt. Of course, vastly inflate the debt. Think big, beautiful bill. You voted for that, right? 4.1 trillion added to their national debt. How did that work out for you? Is working out great for you? Babylon's playbook consists of 3 things. Number 1, further currency debasement. Number 2, Number 1, further currency debasement. Number 2, artificial rate suppression. Number 3, vastly higher debt. The fix is simple, but it's forbidden. Again, strengthen the currency and stop the games. But instead, they will melt the currency, artificially suppress rates, and drown the nation in ever-expanding and even more debt. Sound about right to you? Or is President Trump right on this one? Make it up. Go ahead, Red Hats. Try to defend that. Try to defend this one too while you're at it here. 100% fake propaganda, which much more to come. You see this? U.S. business activity is the headline from today. Picks up in August. Factories lead the way, survey says. Okay. Lions, this is what America has been reduced to. A series of con jobs, scams, lies, propaganda, deceptions, and trickery. The headline right here versus reality. Let's talk about what you're not supposed to know because they think you're really, really stupid. Headline spin, U.S. business activity picks up in August. Factories lead the way. Data cited the S&P Global Flash PMI at 55.4, actually a pretty good number. Supposedly the strongest factory orders in 18 months. Now, looks good on the surface, right? Babylon wants the sheep to believe that the machine is roaring back, but here's the trick. It's pure propaganda. You need me to prove it to you? I'm going to prove it to you right now. The PMI equals sentiment, not reality. The PMI surveys simply ask managers if things are better, worse, or the same compared to last month. It's not hard data. Moreover, it's cherry-picked. It's all freaking cherry-picked. You want more proof that it's fake? Okay, here we go. Weakness everywhere. Today, the jobs numbers we got, claims rising. Worst numbers that we gotten since 2021. Continuing claims near 2 million today. Consumer stress, delinquency, and rising defaults with retail sales softness nearly across the board, including Walmart today. If business activity was truly booming, you wouldn't see these cracks now, would you? They really do think we're stupid. Lions, this is theater. It's theater or worse. Me, I call it what it is. It's devilism. It's devilism. Trump has made his deals with the devil. Fake news, propagandized rigged data press release to mask the rot. And the worst part, you can expect much more of this moving forward. Much more of it moving forward. It's an incredible thing. Now, how about this? This deal with the EU, remember, we were promised as part of any deal with the EU. Yeah, maybe you want to look into this. President Trump promised that we were going to get an investment of billions in the United States by the European Union. I think it was 600 billion. Well, that's not even in here. Okay, so let's cover it. Fraud. No deal to help the American people, con job. Here's your headline. The U.S.-EU tariff deal is now on paper. Oh, thank you. And it includes LNG and AI chip purchases. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's read it now. Lions, you know what just happened? Yes, another con job on the American people, sponsored by the greatest con man of all time. Let's break this down. Key clauses for this. Look this up because Greg might be lying to you because President Trump is the greatest. He makes Biden look like a saint. Let's move forward. Let's break this down. Key clauses of this paper. And I hated Biden. I wanted to vomit every time I thought about that man or even had him talk about him. But Trump makes that guy look like, I don't know, like he was heaven sent. So the breakdown, key clauses of this paper deal, 15% tariffs on most EU goods coming into the United States. Guess who pays that? You do. Exemptions, natural resources not produced in the United States, aircraft and parts, generic pharmaceuticals, you're going to be loving that, right? Now the EU commits to buy more U.S. natural gas and AI chips. Why is this a fraud? Let's talk about why it's a fraud. Corporate benefits. This fake fraud deal was engineered by multinational corporations. Can I see your shocked face? And not to protect the American people. You need proof of that? Okay. LNG. Exports benefits energy giants, Chevron, and other big energy producers. Not the average household. AI chips benefit NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and other U.S. corporate giants, while leaving U.S. consumers paying higher cost for tech. Oh, wow. Great deal, President Trump. A monkey could have done a better job. Anyone, someone deaf, dumb, and blind could have done a better job. Tariffs passed to you. Yes, a 15% tariff is nothing but a hidden tax on American families, and you all know that. Even if you don't want to admit it, red hats. Importers passed the tariffs on to the retailers pass on to buyers, result inflationary pressure. We the people pay more for everyday European goods, appliances, cars, food products, etc. Now, here's the kicker. No reindustrialization clause, which we were promised. This fraud deal con job doesn't require the EU to open plants in the United States or hire American workers. Instead, it just redirects flows. Europe buys energy and chips, and the U.S. sends money back to corporations. Zero structural change for the U.S. middle class. No relief to wages. No lower jobs. No debt reduction. Lions. This is not a deal for the American people. It's a balancing act for Babylon's corporations. Full stop. Europe keeps access. U.S. corporations sell natural gas and AI chips. Great. Isn't that fantastic? American households, they pay higher prices, eat the inflation, and get no new jobs. Thank you, President Trump, for being the deal maker of all time. How about the imbecile con man of all freaking time? Red hats, tell me where I got it wrong. I freaking dare you. Okay? Give it your best shot. Is this what winning looks like to you? Admit that this is not what you voted for. I dare you to do that. I dare you to write in the comments, you know, Greg, you're right. I admit it. You didn't vote for this. Nobody voted for this. This is a nightmare. This is a harsh show on an epic scale. Anyway, guys, if you think this is the worst of it, as I've been telling you, it's not going to stop. This, part one, again, in your inbox, if you sub to the Freedom Platform. Unfortunately, those of you who don't sub are missing out on a lot of stuff. But again, don't invest in yourself. Stay outside. I want you inside. That's where I want you. If you feel like joining us, it's free for 7 days. Link in the description of this video. I can do it now. You can have access to part one and the next several parts. I'm at least putting out 4 parts to this. Second part coming out in the morning. I really do hope to see you guys over there. So, where did I get this wrong, everyone? How do you like it? How's our economy looking for you? Is this what winning looks like, huh? Beautiful. How about this one? More fake propaganda. All of it's just unbelievable. You can't make it up if you try to. And then, of course, we got no deal, a complete fraud, nothing promised whatsoever. But you guys with those red hats on, huh? You're getting what you want right up your rear end to the elbow, dry. And you know what? Some of you are liking it, aren't you? Oh, yeah. You know, what can I tell you? Guys, listen, that's kind of it. I really do hope to see more of you in the morning. If not, that's okay too. You'll see me tomorrow night if you have the guts to stick around. Because if you can't handle the truth, you don't belong here. Go find somewhere else to hang out. Certainly isn't for people who just want to be propagandized, lied to, deceived, and tricked across the board. You can't make this stuff up. If you try to, none of it. It's impossible to do. All right. Anyway, that's all. Love you guys with all I got. I mean it. And we got to take action, man. We got to unify. And in my opinion, the revolution, the freaking rebellion starts in the Freedom Platform. No commercials like you're seeing here right now. No bots, no scammers, no AI screening, nothing. But, you know, some of you like that kind of thing. What can I tell you? I still got your back anyway. I'm out here.